Hey, everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge podcast, episode number 188. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Follow me at the SkyLounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music, and also check out at the SkyLounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Without further ado, let's get shit started with episode number 188, Bubba-Jussie's Bizarre Adventure and other Sportsball goodies. You're a race-baiting piece of shit! For those of you who don't know what the fuck that song is, it's actually the first opening for the anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you haven't checked it out, I would suggest you do. It is a wonderful anime. Lots of memes, lots of great moments. And I gotta tell you, kids, before we get into the topic of interest here, I gotta remind you that your boy has been wasting a lot of fucking time playing SaltyBet. SaltyBet.com, kids. SaltyBet.com. Within a span of 3 days or so, been pretty much, I don't want to say wasting because it's actually a brilliant fucking bit of gaming, but I have noticed a considerable amount of hours allocated to playing that game instead of, putting time in some fucking research for the goddamn podcast. So I understand, kids. It is very, very disruptive to what we're trying to do here. But, I love me some fucking SaltyBet. I do. And boy, oh boy. The thing with SaltyBet is that it's been a nice distraction from all the garbage that's been going around in the world. I mean, come on, man. You've seen me, espouse through all the stuff that's, happening, right? Or what you perceive as quote unquote not happening, right? Oh, you're a conspiracy theory piece of shit. Okay, dude. But there are certain things that's happening in our world today that I do like talking about, and also like to point out at the stupidity and just real stupidity of a lot of things in the world right now. So this is where we talk about Brett Favre. So a couple of days ago, Brett Favre, okay? Brett motherfucking Favre. Mr. Interception. Mr. Great quarterback, but just a lot of fucking, turning moments for the lad. Had an interesting turning moment. Okay, a couple days ago. This motherfucker, Brett Favre, said Colin Kaepernick is deserving the same respect as former NFL player and late former NFL player and Pat Tillman. Now, for those of you who don't know, Pat Tillman was a college linebacker / NFL safety that played in the NFL until the war in Afghanistan broke out, and he decided, for the greater good of his country, that he would serve in the military. Yes, 1 month later, he was killed in a friendly fire incident, which, that's a lot of controversy. That's a lot of murky stuff that we don't know, but this man literally did what that douchebag Colin Kaepernick keeps promoting in that Nike ad, right? Sacrifice whatever. Well, sacrifice believing something, even if it means sacrificing everything. Pat Tillman did that shit. Pat Tillman straight up did that shit. He fucking sacrificed everything for the greater good because he believed in something. Financial aspirations, career aspirations within the NFL. Instead, he chose to do the one thing that not a lot of people give a shit about, or just flat out nowadays, disrespect. Military. Within that same, category, law enforcement. Right? Pat Tillman is a fucking hero. I don't care what your stance on the war is. As an individual who had his fucking life set as an NFL player, went ahead and said, fuck that. Fuck that. because I'm going to go protect my country. Because I feel this is what I need to do. And he dies from that shit. That man's a fucking hero. Pat Tillman is a fucking hero. Unlike Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick is a race-baiting, illiterate, uneducated, entitled cunt that has done nothing for the greater good of this country. Okay? Flat out. He hasn't done anything that's actually good for this country as a whole. And furthermore, doing some lawyer talk here and shit. Furthermore, throwing some SAT words out in there for you. That's not really an SAT word. It's just more of a sentence extender. But listen here, motherfucker. Kaepernick was toxic and mediocre as a fucking quarterback that no team in the NFL wanted to touch this motherfucker. And you know what? When this asshole was given a chance a couple months ago, remember that shit? Atlanta assholes were like, oh, you can fucking come over. We're a woke city. Why don't you bring it on over? And Kaepernick just uses that as a fucking platform to just talk about fucking nonsense again. Son, you're really insensitive to the issues that black injustice. Shut the fuck up with that shit. I'm tired of fucking arguing about that. I really am. All cops are all evil, you some dumb fucking son of a bitch. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Gotta be fucking kidding me with that shit. When Colin Kaepernick begins to make a coherent argument that's based on logic and facts, yeah, maybe then I'll listen. But this fucking asshat has proven time after time after time he is just a dipshit. And this is the fucking asshole. This is the fucking asshole Brett Favre thinks deserves as much respect as Pat Tillman. Brett Favre, are you smoking crack? Are you smoking crack? You know what I'm smoking? I'm smoking fucking green marijuana from the United States of America, bitch. What the fuck are you smoking on, Brett Favre? Crack from communist China? You piece of shit. Oh, Colin Kaepernick deserves as much respect as Pat Tillman. Yeah, the man who fucking sacrificed his life for this country deserves more respect, or deserves the same amount of respect, right? As this fucking piece of shit who's been race baiting and dividing this country nonstop for the better part of half a decade. Half a fucking decade! What the hell is going on in this country, man? What the fuck is going on with all these goddamn pansies with their fucking dick like fucking tied to their goddamn leg? And they're just fucking tucked right in their goddamn leg. And just being this apologist brigade of pussies. Oh, I'm sorry I did this. Oh, I'm sorry that I had thoughts. Oh, dear, I'm sorry that I was born a different skin color than you. I apologize, my master. You fuckers make this country weak. You really do. Bunch of fucking kneeling pussies with, honestly, nothing better to say than racist, sexist, or homophobe because you have no coherent argument. Just like Colin Kaepernick. So Brett Favre, good fucking job. Another bad decision you made. Why am I not surprised? Dipshit sends dick pics and literally threw a pic on his fucking last game as an NFL player. Motherfucker. God damn it, like so fucking retarded at times. It's mind-boggling. It is fucking mind-boggling, bitches. And listen. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and claim that I'm perfect, okay? I'm not. Like everything that I've said now, I'm saying that based on my opinions, right? And I've been a pussy too. I've apologized for shit that I shouldn't even be apologizing for. But this is the kind of bullshit that the mainstream media, shit-ass politicians, and cunt celebrities have been preaching to us and just forcing the shit down our throats that we're kind of conditioned to be pussies now. And it's fucking pathetic. Okay? Which brings us to talking about Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace! Bubba-Jussie. These two motherfuckers, Bubba Wallace and Jussie Smollett. Tell me why. Tell me why these aren't the same two assholes. Tell me why. Oh, that's racist of you to say it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I need you to shut the fuck up. Okay? Because during the ESPYs, if I'm not mistaken, kids, Bubba Wallace basically announces that, oh, NASCAR, evil, racist, and there was a noose in his garage set up there intentionally by racists. And it's a hate crime. We have to get the FBI involved. This is a fucking travesty. You know what the FBI said after they investigated? The rope was there the entire time, you piece of shit. So, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You think because of the fact that NASCAR is now scrubbing itself clean out of everything quote-unquote racist, that you find it the perfect time to plant the story in the woke media and see if you can do what with it? Like, what are you trying to get out of this, Bubba? Like, are you genuinely a bad racer? I don't watch NASCAR. Okay, I don't watch NASCAR, so I'm very curious. Like, what is your fucking end game in this shit, you fucking piece of shit? Because when the FBI flat out tells you, like, dude, the fucking rope's been there the entire time. What the hell are you talking about? I think they said, what, since like 2019 or some shit like that in the articles provided. So what the fuck do you actually want, bitch? You can't answer that, no? Oh, but you can go on fucking CNN and get sucked off by Don Lemon, yeah? Yeah, is that right, Bubba? You could just go on fucking CNN and just fucking stutter and lie there, you fucking piece of shit, and have Don Lemon just cradle you with answers and kisses. Mwah. Racists are bad. And you have a cunt like Jemele Hill. Oh my God. Jemele Hill. Jemele Hill is a race-baiting cunt. Okay? This bitch is all about how black people are victims of literally everything in this world and how everyone is evil. Even if you blink at a black person in the wrong way. Oh my fucking God. Jemele Hill, you are a racist. Okay? You, bitch, are a fucking black supremacist, and you know nothing about sports. Even when you are on ESPN, you are fucking terrible. The only reason why you got a fucking show on ESPN is because they had to fill a diversity quota. And they thought it was a brilliant idea to segment a woke system and a program to the general public and think that's a great idea. What the fuck? What? When people watch sports, they don't want to hear about politics. They don't want to see that shit. Leave that shit out. But you, motherfucker, you, Jemele Hill, oh, you special bitch. You always try to fucking tie in fucking politics with sports. Everything's racist. Every owner's a racist. Jemele Hill diagnosing political maladies in the United States is a fucking joke. And the fact that people still listen to this shit, people still buy into Jemele Hill's narrative is fucking sad, man. Oh my God. Fuck. Like this worthless cunt is patting Bubba Wallace on the back. Oh, Bubba, you did such a good job lying to everybody and making sure that white people are racist. I fucking hate cancel culture. I fucking hate identity politics, and I fucking hate this goddamn left-wing Marxist group that continues to try to destroy everything good about this country. And one of the good things about this country is that you can express your idea however the fuck you want. And listen, how many fucking times do I have to say this? How many fucking times do I have to say this shit, bitch? No rape or murder or crime. Please. Please. But Jemele Hill continues to exist. Unfortunately, she does. She is the case of the illiterate generation that constantly looks at themselves as the victim because they think they're entitled to everything in the goddamn world. And, worthless cunts like that, I want to try to kick to the fucking curb. I don't want to deal with them. I've met plenty of them in my lifetime, and not even fucking worth a fucking millisecond of my time, effort, or energy in terms of actually dealing with them in real life. Because I don't want to deal with an overly sensitive bitch. I really don't. Okay? God damn it. I mean, and this is all this shit is. This is all this shit is. Bubba Wallace, Jussie Smollett, Jemele Hill. It's the story of constant, perpetual self-victimization and just general fragility. And man, I look at on the male side of this thing where how fucking pathetic do you have to be to try to get ahead somewhere by making yourself an absolute cuck and a bitch? Because Jussie Smollett, remember what he did. He basically hired people to fucking beat him up and pretend to beat him up and shit. And the entire left-wing media bought that, defended Jussie. Justice for Jussie. Remember that shit? But it turns out he was doing what all those assholes in Hollywood do. Acting. Yeah. And Bubba Wallace probably has a good few pointers. Probably from friends in Hollywood. Probably being in the media all the time. Probably being spoon-fed these lies deliberately from the news where they tell you America is racist. America is the worst country in the world. America is going to kill black people. Like, no, the fuck they're not. Can you fucking stop that shit, you dumb fucks? Unbelievable. But it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's 2020. It's election season, baby. And the fucking left wing has to go hard right now because they have nothing fucking else. Joe Biden is going to lose so fucking bad. And I hope this man right here that represents this hat and President Donald Trump continues his reign as the president of the United States. Not only to upset you little whiny bitches who can't read nor analyze numbers or even read numbers, but to actually make this country great. This country was never great. Really? Really? You're about to sit here and tell me that shit? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This is a country that has been consistently great relative to a lot of the other countries in the world. In terms of the social policies, in terms of their, general political sway and function. I mean, dude, it's been pretty solid. Really, I might think fucking Kennedy was the last great president. I mean, Kennedy, I would argue Eisenhower. So personally for me, I love Eisenhower because he's a fucking war hero. Like that man is somebody who probably didn't take any fucking bullshit, who, because he's faced the horrors of World War II, went into the fucking White House and just said, dude, I'm not gonna be pussyfooting around or be pushed around by these fucking pencil neck politicians. Fuck that shit. Let's just keep it going. So President Eisenhower is great. Kennedy, just an unbelievable leader. unbelievable politician to do what he did and try to do in that short time is nothing short of incredible, right? And of course, you got Lincoln. You know, you got guys like Washington, Taft, random motherfuckers like Taft, Woodrow Wilson. Oh, jeez. We can keep going. But my whole point is this. America has been great, okay? But recently, over the last 20 or so years, it's been turning to shit. Maybe since 2001, maybe since 9/11, who knows? Maybe since the Clintons were in office, who knows? But it's a country that's constantly trying to better itself, but it's not the outside forces that's ruining America. It's the fucking viruses on the inside. It's these goddamn Bolshevik assholes, these LARPers who are marching around in fucking Seattle and trying to expand their brand. It's these fucking globalists. It's these fucking pieces of shit that keep telling you America is bad. America is terrible. America was never great. But they're wrong. They are wrong. Because they're the ones who are destroying this country, not you. They keep trying to project the fact that it is you. And so you keep trying to fucking fit into that role by victimizing yourself. Like you're fucking playing into their narrative. You got to stop that shit. Especially Black America, dude. What are you guys doing? Wake the fuck up. The Democrats are using you. Oh, that's racist. Dude, Black Lives Matter is a lie. It's a fucking lie. It's a fucking money laundering scheme by the goddamn Democrats. What the fuck is so hard about understanding that shit? BlackLivesMatter.com. Click donate. Where does it take you to? Secure.actblue.com. What is Secure.actblue.com? It is a fucking fundraising site for goddamn Democrats. And they've made hundreds of millions of fucking dollars from your ignorance and stupidity. Congratulations, everybody. You have fucked over America by not being able to read. Illiteracy has destroyed America, and it will continue to destroy America unless you educate yourself. Motherfucker! God damn it, man. Constant self-victimizing, constant fucking blaming of everybody else, never looking at it yourself internally like, oh, maybe I'm the fucking problem. Oh, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Fuck, man. Goddamn one in here. Motherfuckers got me all goddamn upset today. This was supposed to be about sports. This is fucking why, kids. Okay? You never fucking mix politics with sports, okay? It's just a fucking rule. It's just a fucking rule. Don't mix your cereal with fucking orange juice, bitch. Don't do that. It's nasty. Nobody likes that. Unless you're fucking weird and you think, any kind of liquid substance that, makes my fucking cereal soggy and wet is good enough for me. You're a psychopath. What the fuck? That taste palette goes like nowhere together. Like, imagine this shit. Okay, just go on a fucking journey with me here, kids. If you had Trick cereal, Trick cereal, motherfucker, and you put orange juice in that shit, like, really? You think that's gonna actually taste good? What the fuck? The world is fucking crazy, man. The world is goddamn crazy. 1 minute you're talking about sports, the next fucking thing you're complaining about the stupidity of America because of the fucking... the fucking movements that aren't even movements. They're just fronts. But, yeah. This is the time we're living in, right? And we need sports back. Desperately. Desperately! And something wonderful happened, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be like overly ecstatic about it because this shit should have been handled, fucking months back. But Major League Baseball is finally fucking coming back. Holy fucking shit. Finally. Jesus fucking Christ. Finally, you goddamn assholes. Like the MLBPA, the owners, and the dipshit that is known as Rob Manfred finally got something figured out. Hooray! Fuck you. And yes, kids, this is another bitter reminder that Rob Manfred is still a commissioner of a professional sports league in the United States of America. Hooray. Hooray! At least we're getting baseball back, so I'm not going to complain too much. Okay? At least we're getting something back. 60 games for the 2020 season, kids. 60 games. And without a potential expanded playoff for the 2020 and 2021 season. And you're going to have 40 divisional games and 20 interleague games, which, let's see how that rush to the finish line turns out. Because I would imagine the idea is rush 2 months of fucking baseball, in a span of, August to fucking, end of September, and start playoffs on a regular schedule. Yikes. Yikes. You're going to have a lot of injuries, man. Strength, conditioning, all that shit, it's going to play into a huge factor. And it's curious because not only in a week are they going to start opening up training camp for Major League Baseball. So July 1st, training camps are opening on July 1st, right? And July 23rd or 24th will officially be opening day. And I got to tell you, man, I'm just a little dumbfounded at the fact that you couldn't figure this shit out weeks or months in advance and then set a preliminary schedule ahead of time. It took you this fucking long to negotiate shit. Unfucking believable, dude. And of course, with this whole shortened fucking season, you're going to have some interesting things going on. Now, I haven't seen all the new rules and safety regulations, and obviously some of the safety regulations are going to be way too excessive or really fucking odd. But 2 major rule changes are coming into this baseball season. Designated hitters for the National League. Huge news, right? And second base runners in extra inning. So you're going to have a runner on second base once you get to the 10th inning to essentially speed up the process for the game, which, again, that is really fucking weird. It's really fucking weird, man. It really is. But you know what? Again, it's another sports ball coming back, man. And of course, kids, my Dodgers blue. Yes, that's why we got this whole thing right now. Although, why I'm wearing the French national soccer team shirt with a Make America Great Again hat is beyond me. But we felt the blue need today. And yeah, it's also curious because I do have a LA Dodgers flag here in the house. And you know what? I'm actually going to take the headphones off here real quick and get off camera. But I'm going to keep narrating, kids, and bring out my LA Dodgers flag that's hung up here right now in the room on the other side. And the reason why I got to tell you this, kids, and you're going to get a little shot of my ass here. Little booty juice for you, horned up motherfuckers out there. But the reason why I gotta put that up there, kids, is because the Dodgers coming back means we can finally watch Mookie Betts play as a Dodger. Yes, we saw him in spring training. I know, I understand that's all, well and good and nice. And actually, let me get this fucking shirt real quick because it's not a line and it's gonna make it all look fucking weird. And I don't like it. I'm a fucking OCD about it. I just don't like it aesthetically. So we have to do that a little bit there for the goddamn camera kids, not for the audio. The jersey had to be straightened out. But listen, we're gonna see Mookie Betts. We're going to see Mookie Betts in action, man. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great fucking time. And the real question as a Dodgers fan, right? Any Dodgers fan right now is probably asking, when the fuck are you actually going to win one? Huh? When the fuck can we actually win one? Just one? Remember the last time we won it? Remember that, guys? Remember that? 1988. You know why I remember that? Because ESPN keeps showing that fucking replay every goddamn weekend when they can, when they get horned up about baseball for whatever reason. Obviously, ratings and money, but dude, can I just get the Dodgers to fucking win? I know I'm not gonna fucking beg for the goddamn World Series, like, those loser Dodgers fans that's still moaning about 2017 being theirs, rightfully theirs. Remember that fucking mayor in LA being a fucking cheeseball cringe bitch about it? But no. I want to earn it. I want this team to fucking earn it. I want you motherfuckers to just run through the goddamn series and destroy everybody and finally lift the fucking World Series. Like, can you fuckers do that? Can you do that this season? You have all the numbers. You have all the money in the world. You got it all, baby. But can you actually capitalize? I hope so, bitch. I really fucking hope so. Otherwise, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm going to keep watching them. Of course I am. They're my team. The Dodgers and the Lakers have been my team for the longest fucking time in my life. They really have been since 1998, kids. 1998. All right, think about that. When I fell in love with the Dodgers and Lakers, it was 10 years after they won the World Series. And now I sit here 32 fucking years after the Dodgers have won a fucking World Series. Okay? So this is now a generational pain as a Dodgers fan. Like, a generational pains. I'll still love them. They're my LA team. Just like the Lakers, right? The Lakers announced. Well, actually, Adrian Wojnarowski announced for the Los Angeles Lakers that Lakers guard Avery Bradley will not be attending the tournament held in Orlando in the upcoming months in July because he has concerns for his child because of respiratory issues, and I totally understand that. I do. I get that. And you know what? Family first. Absolutely. Family first. I'm on agreement with that. I am. But let me point out something real quick, okay? And this is all my opinion, motherfuckers. All right? So calm the fuck down real quick before I get going. And bear with me. So Avery Bradley was in this whole, mob with Kyrie, a.k.a. Karen Irving, and Dwight Howard, and others who were wearing their fucking dunce hat, essentially, and saying, this league starting up feels like a trap, feels weird, feels racist, and decided they were part of this mob that didn't want to play the NBA season. And I just find it odd that in the midst of COVID-19 actually showing constant decreases in fatality rates, day after day, or really week after week if you actually want a bigger sample space and more regularity, and you see that shit going down, yet this is your response? I don't really understand. What's the angle here? What's the juice here? And again, man, like, listen, if family first. I said that. That's the fucking asterisk and preface I'm putting out there. But just in my opinion, it's a bit odd after weeks of telling us this league, it's all weird. It's a fucking trap. And all of a sudden, this is the first guy to say, I'm not fucking attending Orlando. Just odd, right? In my opinion, I think he had to be the fall guy, Avery Bradley, in order for a big team name to get out there, be a talking point, and embolden certain players to do the same. And just watch, man. You're going to have, I believe, an exodus of about a dozen or so players. Possibly, maybe less than a dozen, maybe half a dozen, but I think about a dozen players. Flat out saying, like, listen, I'm not going to be a part of this. And I think it's just going to be a legitimate excuse that's a front for the real, I believe, real reason why they don't want to fucking show up, which is also bullshit. I mean, it is. Like, the league is racist. The NBA is the very definition of the pandering and fucking censorship horned up bitches that everyone has now seemed to be. And imagine being a player like LeBron James. Okay, imagine being a player like LeBron James who gets paid stupid amounts of money, all in on censorship, but never for freedom. Remember that incident last summer where he stood up for communism? Oh, guess what day it is today, kids? It is Wednesday. Wonton Wednesday for LeBron James. Communist Party LeBron James. Like I said, I can appreciate you as a basketball player. And I'm a Lakers fan, so I want you to do well. But holy fucking Christ. You are a dipshit, LeBron James. I made millions of dollars. That means I'm smart. Everybody has to listen to me and everything I talk about. No, the fuck they don't, bitch! If your shit doesn't make sense, you should be called out for it. What the fuck? Oh, I'm the supreme authority. You fucking communist cunt. Get the fuck out of here. Just win us a fucking ring, you asshole. Just win the goddamn Lakers a fucking ring, you fucking prick. Shut up and dribble, LeBron James. Bitch. God. I can't believe I have some of his merch. I'm not going to hype that shit. I think he's a great player. But I also think he's a dumbass human. So, that's the duality of man, kids. I can take you at value and also despise you for the person you are. That's called being an adult. You can compartmentalize. Big words for you kids today. Big words. But you know what isn't too big? Arsenal Football Club. Holy shit. Anal Papa. Two things of frustration with Arsenal. Two fucking things. Injuries and contracts. Injuries. We got a lot of them. Callum Chambers is still out for the rest of the season because he had an injury prior to the hiatus in the league. Burton Leno is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Pablo Mari 2 to 3 months. Lucas Torreira is going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. And Gabriel Martinelli, just started trading and he just got injured. Hooray! And better yet, kids, better yet, Arsenal had the brilliant idea to go ahead and say, hey, Arteta's been talking about not being able to afford people in the summer. We got talks of fucking main guys like Aubameyang leaving. We got guys like potentially Lacazette looking frustrated and saying, fuck you, I'm out of here. Get me a goddamn transfer the fuck out of this goddamn shithole. You got all that going, and you said, fuck it, let's get some players some contracts. Yeah! So, Arsenal signs a loan extension for Dani Ceballos until the end of the current 2019-2020 season, which I'm okay. So you extended him for like a couple more months. Okay, great. But then you had the long-term deals for Pablo Mari, who was on a loan, and as well as Cedric Soares. And both have signed a long-term deal. Hopefully that turns into something. I hope. I fucking hope. But who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows with these people in the Arsenal Football Club? I don't fucking know, man. Because I see them give a 1-year contract to David Luiz, and I think, what kind of fucking bullshit agent financial shit is going on here, motherfuckers? What the fuck is Edu and Raul actually doing up there with the finances? Show us the books, motherfucker. Show us the fucking books for Arsenal Football Club, bitch. This is just utterly ridiculous. You have become a fucking victim of terrorism by this shithole named David Luiz's agent. I don't even know who the fuck that fucking cunt is. But then you got David Luiz, who is getting handsomely rewarded for doing nothing. Oh, no. Worse than nothing. What David Luiz is getting literally paid to do is lose games and lose points and lose money for the club, for Arsenal Football Club. Think about that. Think about that for a second right now, motherfuckers. Really think about that shit, okay? What has David Luiz been doing consistently over this season? Huh? Getting red cards, getting sent off, getting penalties, giving away penalties, really. Not getting penalties. He hasn't been getting penalties. If he did, that'd be great. Offensive prowess. Great. But he hasn't got that shit either. He doesn't. He's got age. He's got debilitating fucking physicality. And then on top of all that shit, he just acts the fucking fool when coming on and off the pitch. He actually genuinely looks excited to ruin our chances. And that's just maybe some bias playing in. Okay, it is. I'll totally admit it. It is. But fuck you, David Luiz. Like, go fuck yourself. You know, this episode has gone on far longer than the usual allotted time I put for myself. But this is what fucking happens when you have a lot of bullshit going around in the world. Okay, this is what happens when you got a lot of bullshit. And I gotta talk about it. I get angry. I get passionate. I get aroused. A little bit. Just a little bit. But not really. I just said that because it kind of flowed with the words. But I want to end this episode on a fucking good note. I want to end this episode on a positive note, man. So can we do that? I will, because I'm going to do it. I'm going to initiate it, all right? Oscar Lindblom of the Philadelphia Flyers is back to skating with this team. A couple months back, Oscar Lindblom was diagnosed with cancer, and it's just great to see the lad back there on the ice. And so best of luck to you, Oscar Lindblom, and the Philadelphia Flyers in the upcoming months with the NHL restart. So good clap for the good guys there, man. I mean, that cancer shit, man, it's rough. But Oscar Lindblom fight through it, and he's gonna continue to be a fucking warrior on the ice and off the ice. So kudos to you, man. Kudos to you, dude. Fucking A. Kudos to you. Hey, maybe the fucking Flyers might win the Stanley Cup, right? Fuck, maybe. I mean, not be a bad idea. Putting some money on the Flyers right now. Might actually consider that. Might actually fucking consider that. But speaking of the NHL, man, so the NHL has more or less narrowed down the hub cities into 6, and Vegas being one of them. If they do include Vegas, I would be ecstatic. Not just because, of course, the proximity of all these great players being there is one thing, but the economy for the city needs a boost. We need some good shit. We need good news, guys. We need good news. I mean, there's a lot of murky and shit going on right now, but if we can pass on good news, if we can pass on positivity to your neighbor, to your not literal neighbor, because fuck your neighbors, unless they're your fucking friends, but your friends, your family, positivity, man. Do that shit. Do it. So ultimately, summertime without any sports ball is a fucking tragedy. But July is going to be a whole new month, man. It's going to be a whole new month. And on the next episode of the Sky Lounge, kids, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. And I appreciate you enjoying this long episode. All right, motherfuckers. All right. So again, I appreciate you dropping by this goddamn episode, kids. Kisses. Not real kisses, because that's gross. That's how you catch the COVID. Ugh, gross. But follow me at the Sky Lounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music. And also check out the Sky Lounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Until next time, fuck off.